everyone, you're welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to set up your PBC library and begin to run your cryptographic schemes, the simulation for your cryptographic schemes. I hope you would enjoy this. It's a pretty short one. I'm going to take you through the steps. And basically, these steps are going to help you to be able to set up your own PBC library environment and begin your simulations. So let's get started. So the first thing is to install. First, let me mention that you have to run all these steps on the Linux operating system. So the first thing you do is to install M4, Flex, Bison, and using the Ubuntu terminal code sudo apt-get install. So just open your terminal in your Linux and then type this code sudo apt-get update and then apt-get install M4. This is what the compiler for the PBC environment is. Okay, and then you also install Flex and Bison. So let's move on. The next thing you do is to download the Gmp library from Github or elsewhere. So also you can just simply download it from here, gmplib.org, and unzip the tar file into a specific directory. And then what you do is to cd into the folder. And how to cd, you just use this line of code in your terminal. And then you run the following codes in the Ubuntu terminal. So as you can see here, .configure, make, check, make install. And then you are set to download the PBC library from GitHub or elsewhere. So you can use this link and get your PBC library. So just the same steps you may go through. You just unzip the tar file into a specific directory, cd into the folder, like this is how to do the cd, run the following codes in Ubuntu terminal. So you configure, make sudo, make install, and after that, one significant thing you have to do is to add a library path. Okay, so this is the Linux line of code you have to run. Okay, so sudo gedit, and then as you can see, you run these lines of codes and they're going to help you to add a library path. And then the next point is to install other libraries as you may need per your cryptographic scheme. Okay, so you're going to install the gcrypt library and the OpenSSL and so on. And after that, you'll be set to run a quick test code. So first, I would advise that you go to Ben Lane's website where you can get the PBC materials. Here's the URL. So here's the URL where you can get everything about PBC library. Okay, the manual for the simulation. You know, the manual is so detailed, it's step by step. If you go through it, you know how to run a successful simulation. So you go there and get the PBC zip file. Okay, just download it and get it into your own PBC folder. Like you just unzip it into a PBC folder and you try to make the directory this way. And when you see the manual, you're actually going to find some test codes in the manual. Just type them religiously. I mean, do not add any other thing to it. Just follow the steps as there are in the PBC manual. And after that, you can do a test run of some example codes in the example folder of the PBC folder that you get from the website. So you should check in the extracted PBC folder and you can get the example file. For example, you see bls.c. So all that you do is to modify the header pbc.h into pbc/pbc.h. And then you also do this. The run, then you can be able to run the following codes. So after you are done with the modification, now come back to your terminal and then just type this using the gcc bls.c. Remember, because your bls here is a C file and all the simulation is basically done with C programming language. So I think it should be pretty easy for you if you're familiar with the C programming language. So yes, you use the GCC compiler. So yes, now you run this line of code, and this line of code will help you compile, for example, the BLS scheme. So in case the codes relies on other libraries, I mean, as in the header of the bls.c file, you may have to link up the libraries. So for example, if you would find in the header of the BLS file that there are other libraries that it links up to, you would need to also add another dash L whatever. So in this BLS scheme, it relies on the GMP, of course, the PBC, of course. So these libraries are linked. And so you run this line of code and you're able to compile the C into an object. And then the next, now you run it on the parameters. So this is the line of code to get it run on the parameters. So maybe on the type A cav or the type B cav or whatever cav. Okay. So here, be sure that the PBC folder is in the directory home src pbc 0.5.14. The last thing, you can also create your own C code. After doing this test run, if it is successful, you can create your own C code. Of course, I would also recommend that you follow the manual to code, which is pretty simple. Save it in your own specified folder and then run it. So for example, if I created a code I call if I created a C file that contains a code about the scheme, for example, if I created a .c file, ahene.c, I'll just do my gcc to compile ahene.c and I'll link it to the libraries, and then after compiling, I'm going to get an object and I would go ahead to run them on the parameters. So this a.param file is actually containing the parameters for the cav. This a.param here actually refers to the parameters that are basically in the type A curve. So you can find more information about this from the PBC manual. Okay. Now once you're done with this, good, you're done. If you have any challenges, don't forget to send me your comments below, and also don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye. Have a nice time.